Yes, legends, how is everybody doing? I guess it is long to the moon that we go, or are we going to find some resistance here? Make sure to absolutely destroy the like button, guys, on your way in. Smash it up. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. Should be live by now. And let's crack on here with the price of Bitcoin, guys. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. Let's go. I'm going to go quickly through the comment section. Bitcoin breaking out through resistance zones out of any kind of short position. There was just a short position here as a swing short, okay? Very low capital, low leverage attempt, which we were getting a pretty good reaction, and that is the 7/8 Fibonacci. We were getting a really nice, beautiful reaction and just got stopped out as we are moving above the 7/8. Going to talk about some very interesting levels that we have had throughout the day. I had to nip out. This is why I'm doing a late live stream on YouTube. I could not manage to be home, do any trading. Done a bit of trading now throughout the last couple of hours, getting a live stream ready because I've been out most of the evening, not managing to do video upload or live stream. But here we at, looking at the price of Bitcoin breaking through. And now the question is it going to be a pretty nice punchy breakout? Because where we currently at the moment, I'm not interested in any type of short positions in this area as a swing short, okay? We'll explain the setup that I got into. I'll also explain a little bit of scalping longs that I have got into as well. Basically just taking profits at the highs, just going with the momentum till it actually tops out at some point. We'll explain a little bit of the intraday scalp longs trying to jump in with this move, and also the swing short scenario, okay? It's going to be difficult right now as we are above all of these highs. We're going to talk about the, the potential bearish case, right? Which is actually completing a three-wave structure here to the upside. And where are the next resistance zones? Because we're running out of resistance, right? There is slightly some interesting resistance areas here in between 66 and 67K that I want to talk about on the live stream to try and detect, which are the ones that are getting the reaction. Guys, make sure to destroy the like button. We're just keeping it educational here, talking about some scenarios, some levels, what has happened throughout the day, where you could have got into position, where you could have taken profit, put your stop loss, and what are the next scenarios also that we're looking at. Obviously, right now, not too interested in jumping into a short right now, but it does look like that the price could top out, okay? It could top out at some point in between today or tomorrow on the higher time frames, okay? On the higher time frame, it looks like that the momentum needs to lose a bit of steam and get a rejection at some point. Without a doubt, on lower time frames, you would want to jump into some scalp long positions like very aggressively. But yeah, we'll be going through a little bit of, if the price continues to pump from here, where could it actually reject? That is, if we do not reject from this point, we're just getting the last little wick here to the upside, and now we're going to start correcting down. Well, we need to lose major levels of support and get a pretty decent pullback to start thinking, okay, maybe we could back test, maybe depending on the volume and the aggressive move down, there's no sign of weakness. We still have huge amount of liquidity sitting beneath these lows right over here. What is disturbing to see is that we've formed higher lows consistently. Now, these higher lows are going to be claimed at some point, okay? Looking at the higher time frame, whether the price goes to 60K or to 67K, these higher lows are very likely going to be claimed, and I'll explain why throughout this video live stream video update. I was going to say, let's go through the comment section, say hello to the community. 20 likes only, yes sir. Let's go through the levels of resistance that we mentioned on yesterday's live stream, right? Because we got respected as resistance on a lot of levels that we mentioned yesterday, okay? We had daily level. We had also the highs here as well, all right, from August, which we did get a really good reaction pullback of several $100s. Pretty nice for an aggressive scalp. I'm going to put this August highs right over here so we know that level just to take a look at it and see what's happened, right? August highs with that pivot, and let's just zoom in on the lower time frames, right? On the 3-minute time frame. And as we can see, the August highs right over here got a beautiful reaction rejection of several $100s. Okay, if we do zoom out and take a look at the highs right over there from August, which is sitting at $65,000, we zoom in and it was a pretty okay aggressive swing failure pattern level, right? We talk about the levels yesterday, now we talk about them today, and see how these levels have reacted on the higher time frame. So we got this one right over here getting a pretty decent rejection, right? The August high is actually dropping around about $600-700 with this peak low. Of course, if I would have shorted this level, I was not home. If I would have shorted right over here, without a doubt, you know, the levels of resistance that can flip as support, you're getting that reaction. You know, it's just a nice little scalp of $300-400 if you did manage to get into this short scalp, right? It's a level that's been respected, and you execute only if you reject from that point, which it obviously did. You got above it and you got the rejection for a sniper short. Now the momentum has been incredibly bullish throughout the day, and it looks like it doesn't want to stop here. The daily level did not get any reaction at all. You can see that daily level that we mentioned yesterday at $65,300 approximately. It just blasted through the level, and at the 7/8 Fibonacci is where we were starting to get a bit of a reaction. We got a little bit of a local double top right there and got, you know, a little bit of a pullback just of a few $100s. Now, interestingly enough, as we were getting the resistance here, there was something going on here. And this is where I got into an aggressive long scalp trade, you know, back in my short swing short position, right? This was a very aggressive short, long trade. This short trading setup here is basically looking for the top, right? So you're basically risking peanuts and you're speculating that this could be the top, right? This is a very, very, very small position that you're actually trying to detect, see if the price can top out at this level to look for a major pullback, right? We're looking at a kind of a 20-to-1 risk to reward, so you don't need to risk too much as a swing trade. However, I got into an aggressive long scalp here, and I'll explain right away here on Bybit, which, you know, other profits have taken because I was just aiming for the high, just looking for the next higher low, getting into an aggressive scalp following the momentum. So this long scalp right over here, as we were getting the momentum to the upside, we were forming incredible bullish CVD divergence on Bybit, okay? On Bybit, we were seeing some pretty, you know, nice bullish CVD divergence, which obviously means that the highs are going to be taken at some point. So just trying to get into that momentum and look for the highs to be claimed at least one more time. All right. Also jumped into a short position right over here on this double top. Got the pullback. This is the swing short position, right? Because the level is getting a reaction. We like it or not, right? The level, the 7/8 Fibonacci is getting a reaction. The price could top out here, and you can risk peanuts and speculate on the possible swing short. Of course, if the price starts breaking out, going to the upside, you want to stay away from that, you know, position, right? You just be happy, get stopped out. But this trading idea, getting a reaction at this level, is basically looking at something like this, right? Where you're looking for the price to correct at some point very aggressively, meaning that here you don't have to risk too much, right? You can risk very, very small amounts, and that trade could play out in the next coming days, right? If we do finally reject from this level of resistance where we have the 7/8, we got a little bit of a 𝗬𝗏𝗽 pattern here. It's not the most beautiful 𝗬𝗏𝗽 pattern because this high over here did come almost to the 7/8, right? It's just too much. It would be, it's not the best looking one. It's very symmetrical based on timing. I mean, this could still play out. We're just getting that disturbing choppiness here at this high. But yeah, it could definitely still play out. You're hitting the 7-8. That is where we're reacting ever so slightly throughout the last couple of hours. It could happen. I mean, you could even have the attempt of shorting with a very far away stop loss, risking much less capital, saying 0.5% of capital, and looking for the possible pullback. Because when we take a look at the price action that has happened throughout the last couple of weeks, right over here, right, where we are in this ascending trend line, we're analyzing the waves very carefully. It's very, 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 very three-wavy here. And the main reason why, this for me is not a third wave, and we are going to create a fifth wave right over here, is because of because it's not too large, right? It's not too large. And inside of this third wave, we did not complete a successful fifth wave, okay, right over here. This was very, very difficult to count. For me, this is still the possibility of a large wave 4, and now inside of the wave 5, completing a three-wave structure, right, where you're looking at this as a 1 and an A, this as a B, and this as a C right over here. Meaning that, this should really, really top out at some point here. Give or take 66, 67K. It's not going to be easy, right? I'm running out of resistance levels to speculate on any short position as a swing short. So as we are above this high over here, I'm really not that interested in speculating on any short. We're just very, very bullish. The amount of volume that has been entering the market throughout the last few hours is whale volume, right? We got 30 million here on Bybit only, just coming up. When we start getting above 20 million and 30 million, it's starting to be, strong whale volume, right? When you got a few million, then you obviously know, okay, this could be definitely some trap shorts that are entering into the highs. But when you get a lot of volume at the highs, it does increase the possibilities of continuing to the upside, meaning that the big players want the price to move higher. So yeah, the thing is about where we at right now. For me, there's no short to be taken. Already attempted a short trade at the 7-8 as we were getting the reaction. We finally popped out from here, and what we will need to see levels of resistance. We would have to, for me to look for a short, we would have to get a sign of weakness right now. Basically, get that big pullback drop, getting back inside of the range of the last few days, and then say, okay, that's a start of a sign of weakness that, would basically need to drop significantly throughout the next coming hours, between today and tomorrow, to realize, okay, this pullback could definitely be the start of the wave 1 of the bearish momentum, right? And then finally break out here. And, I would be looking for a kind of a three-wave structure as well to the downside, because we've been moving very three-wavy here throughout the last few months, right? When we do take a look at this price action over here, very three-wavy. This has also been very three-wavy, and now also counting this as a possible three-wave move to the upside, meaning that we are in a much larger complex corrective structure. And I would say that this has to top out at some point to look for that final three leg to the downside in a A, B, C, D, E, and then bull run kicks off, right, strongly into October. There's been a lot of good bullish news that I want to talk about, guys. Very, very bullish inflows. ETF inflows have been going through the roof throughout the last few days. And also some very important macro news that we want to talk about, such as China and the liquidity cycle, which the M2 liquidity index is at all-time high, and it's going to continue. And it does look like that we are entering, this liquidity cycle very successfully, also with interest rates coming down. So I would expect that the bull market on higher time frame is going to continue despite the potential bearish local scenario that we're looking at here for the next coming weeks. Higher time frame, I am very bullish, and I do believe that all-time highs will be hit throughout the next coming months, if not weeks, right? So let's go quickly through the comment section. I want to, before I go through the different scenarios and the levels of resistance, getting a little bit of a pullback right now on lower time frames. But overall, you know, where could we target? Where could the price, you know, find the next big major resistance? That is, if we do not start correcting right now in the next, you know, 24 hours very aggressively, which would be obviously a sign of weakness if we start correcting down, getting back inside of the zone of the last week. Then obviously I would say, okay, you know, maybe this was the top right there. And now, you know, would be interested in looking for some scalp shorts, also for some scalp day trade longs at certain levels. Obviously that is reserved for the Legends trading community, where I focus on lower time frames, what is happening throughout the day. Right now, you know, there's no speculation on that, because we need to have the price action moving down. And just like I said, I'm really not interested in the short here, as we're above all of these highs. You know, the price action is you know, relatively bullish. We are above all of the resistance levels for the moment. Could this be it right now, getting a bit of choppiness and we're going to start correcting down very aggressively? Absolutely yes, but I'm not going to speculate right now as in this is the top, because I don't have any major levels, me personally here, to say, okay, this was the top. You know, I'm shorting at 65.7K. So no swing shorts for me. You know, got stopped out on the attempt on the 7/8 Fibonacci, as I explained. If we were to get a pretty decent movement down, this would be a pretty good sign that this could have been the top locally throughout the last couple of weeks. We need that aggressive move down, a pretty solid, you know, impulsive move to the downside, to then speculate that, yes, we could start being bearish and then look for the next leg down. So I would be happy to speculate on the second leg to the downside, instead of right now above all of the resistance zones that I had available on the chart that we are very much above at the moment. Would prefer to get into the third leg here to the downside once we get that sign of weakness and that big rejection, right? That, you know, maybe could happen. It's getting a bit of a pullback at the moment. Yeah, but the thing about shorting here is just like, there's no big major levels, or no interest for me to get into a short at that peak. Could have this been the high, and we're going to start correcting aggressively throughout the next couple of days? You know, maybe, but for me it was very, very complex. You got above the 7/8 Fibonacci, above daily, above, you know, all naked point of controls. You know, it's just if it decides to top out right there, I mean, on a higher time frame, you could still speculate with a larger stop loss, lower capital. But you know, I'm very, 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 very conservative with my losses. I keep them very tight, just above the highs. This is why I'm not much of a swing trader. But this is kind of a swing trading zone for a short position, without a doubt. So if the price finds support, continues to the upside, the next biggest level that I do see as resistance would be you got a weekly naked point of control, which is from a week that we had here in the last week of July, first week of August in this consolidation. When you do get the fixed volume profile and you analyze this consolidation that we had right over here, we do have that naked point of control, right? So this would be a next level, okay? $66,348 approximately, where you could get that kind of swing failure pattern where you're tapping it, you're hitting the high, and you're rejecting from the zone. This would be my next level of interest to get into an aggressive short, swing short, okay? That is managing risk very, very well, like I explained. Right now just getting a pullback. I would really need to see, I'm not going to speculate on any shorts, and I don't want to speculate on any longs right now, as we are getting below the 7/8 Fibonacci. We are getting below, yeah, definitely don't want to speculate on any intraday longs at the moment. Kind of lost this daily level. Let's take a look at CVD divergence. Yeah, we don't have any bearish ones. We just had some quick, nice bullish ones right over here. We're not having any bullish divergence right now, which is not being too attractive to jump into a scalp long position. If we would have had the CVD here going extremely aggressive to the downside, right, with lots of shorts entering the market as in retail, then you would have said, okay, yeah, possibly you would speculate on a long. But right now, there is no big major shorts entering, no bullish CVD divergence, higher time frame. It is a higher time frame zone of resistance that could start getting that higher time frame pullback, guys. Okay, so vocation, I am tired out, guys. I had to do a lot of stuff today, so yeah, I'm probably a little bit tired out on the live stream. Should be heading to bed, but I had to get into this live stream right away and yeah, basically give you a little bit of details of what's going on. Umbrella Network, good evening. Yeah, some altcoins are doing absolutely great. I think Umbrella's not doing much. Happy to see the altcoin bags doing absolutely wonderful. Chainlink is doing pretty good. It's trying to attempt to break out this neckline that we do have here from this double bottom scenario. A bit of a tricky one. It is resistance, but you know, a bit of a double bottom right over here. It's just at that neckline. If we do manage to break out here from Chainlink, then it's going to be looking pretty good. We could be seeing Chainlink going to higher levels. Portfolio doing absolutely epic. I'm up quite a bit throughout the last 24 hours on the altcoin bags and obviously Bitcoin bag as well. So overall, the portfolio is doing relatively good with this pumpy action. There is a lot of altcoins that are doing relatively well throughout the last 24 hours. Shiba Inu, Pepe, we got some meme coins popping out, guys. I sold all of my Pepe. I literally bought Pepe at the bottom in March of April of 2023, March, April. So yeah, basically I don't have any meme coins in my portfolio, guys. What is the best meme coin? Because I really want to add a meme coin to my portfolio. I had Pepe, sold all of Pepe, did an epic 20x because I literally bought at the bottom. I got someone on a live stream talking about Pepe back in April of 2023. And this is where I bought Pepe, guys. You know, I have that live stream saying, guys, I'm going to buy $1,000 worth of Pepe, and did a 20x on Pepe, which is absolutely crazy. And I thought, you know, I don't have meme coins. I'm not a fan of meme coins, but Pepe is like a really classic meme. And I thought I need to buy a bit of this. And it did a 20x. Should have put 100K in Pepe back in the day, just for fun. And there is that live stream in April of 2023 saying, you know, got someone on the live stream saying, you know, new meme coin Pepe is launched. And I thought, you know what? It's just a new, fresh launched meme coin. I'm going to buy it. And bought it because of someone. And I can't remember. I can find it on the comment section who told me, because I would be happy to send him a few US dollar tether as a thank you, because I did actually make you know, over 20K on Pepe throughout, you know, the bull run that it's had. So yeah, and don't own any meme coins, guys. Let me drop off any meme coins that are hot, or you think they're going to be hot, down in the comment section, and probably going to add a meme coin, because I don't have any meme coins in my altcoin portfolio, and I think I should have at least one that is relatively pretty good. Frank Guides, how are you doing, my man? Thanks for joining. I got Umbrella as well. This is, you know, Umbrella Network for the moment. It's pumping a little bit. It's getting, yeah, this is a very low cap. I strongly believe once Chainlink kicks off, Umbrella, which is also an Oracle cryptocurrency, this is at rock bottom levels. I've got a few 100,000 of umbrella tokens, which I do believe is going to do very, very well in the bull run once the altcoin season kicks off. Okay, so you know, make sure to have some altcoins, guys. Good ones, bad ones, but seriously, I know everything looks like altcoins, the market, depression, right, recession, it's not going to be the same, but it's definitely worth accumulating at these levels and the levels throughout the last few weeks, because they're going to start popping, guys. A lot of them already popping to the upside, and you don't want to miss out, right? You don't want to miss out. No financial advice, of course, but I've been in crypto since 2018, and obviously the bull run was epic. This is, you know, made such a huge amount of gains of money throughout the previous bull market. And I do believe that something very similar is going to happen throughout the next 6 to 12 months, right? And everything points out that it's going to do so. So let's go through the comment section right away. Bit of Bitcoin, you know, not much to really add on Bitcoin right now. It's in a very, very hard zone. You know, I've attempted the short, got stopped out, got into some aggressive, you know, scalp longs at the resistance, but this is like really lower time frame aggressive scalp long in here. Already taken all of the profits, but basically looking for the bullish CVD divergence, claiming the highs. You really want to get into the momentum and look for long scalps on, you know, as you get good signs and good levels of support. And on the other side, I was speculating on the swing short position. Very low capital, managing risk very, very well. Best attempt was at the 7/8 Fibonacci. We're getting that reaction on lower time frames, and yeah, basically out of the market with this movement to the upside. And not interested right now with this rejection, to be honest. You know, market is you know, still relatively bullish. I would have to see a proper sign of weakness here, and then, you know, I would speculate on whatever levels we do have tomorrow. You know, depending on the range or where we at tomorrow, would speculate into that range. I mean, we just very freshly just broken out from the August highs. 7/8 on higher time frame. I mean, on a higher time frame, it looks pretty good. You're just getting that intraday lower time frame volatility at the 7/8, which could bring that higher time frame pullback throughout the next coming days. But yeah, me personally, I mean, you could get into a baby swing short position, still looking relatively bullish on lower time frames, right? We're above all of the big major levels of resistance that, you know, could be support, and, you know, not really that interested at the moment. I would want to see slightly higher levels. If we do consolidate throughout the next coming hours, right, and we get a bit of choppiness, you know, and we get a bit of a corrective move, I would speculate on a double top here. I would speculate on a possible higher time frame double top, right? We love higher time frame double tops. They're great, right? You hit the high, you get the double top. Also here, you get the double top. Also here, you got a triple top and then a corrective move. So if we were to consolidate throughout the next coming hours and get the push to the upside, I would have this level considered for a double top as a swing short, right? Like this is the zone where you're risking extremely small amounts at these certain technical levels, managing risk very, very well, and very, very, you know, tight-ish stop loss, just in case the price blasts through, right? To speculate on the higher time frame swing long position, which is the target zone, is basically coming down to these lows. So, like I said, I'm not interested right now where we at. Had an attempt on the 7/8, out of the market. The next attempt here more locally would be a double top. And if we start breaking down, then I will analyze tomorrow how the market is moving, speculating on a possible wave 1 to the upside, wave 2, and, you know, looking for that wave 3 to finally sweep up the lows at some point. But I need that sign of weakness, right? For the moment, there's no big major sign of weakness for me just yet. I had the attempt at the 7-8. There's no sign of weakness. If we wanted to get into a top, it would have to be a double top. That's the only speculation that I would do right now as a short. And if we suddenly start breaking down very aggressively, then obviously, yeah, I would be looking for the movement here to the upside to get into a short position. But for the moment, scalp longs, day trade longs with the momentum are in your advantage, of course. But yeah, I wouldn't be too happy looking at the higher time frame right now to speculate in a scalp long position. We're not having any bullish CVD divergence. I mean, this could literally be the top. Yeah, we're not having any major lower lows on CVD. There's not many shorts, not many longs, entering the market here. Shorts. So we're not getting any major lower lows here to trap some short traders and squeeze them out with another pump. Let's talk about some altcoins. Feeling positive, Nathan. Altcoin bags are doing absolutely great. Some are doing better than others. Much love, my man. 𝗕𝗶𝗿𝗫. Much love to you, Nathan. Joshua was gifted. Eugen, Pac-Man, my man. Thanks for joining the live stream, Pac-Man. Much love to you, my brother. Aditya also here in the comment section. Thank you very much, guys, for joining the live stream. Do you think we will get back to 63K within the weekend? Will we get back to $63,000? There's also the CME futures gap, guys, that I want to talk about, right? The beloved CME futures gap that we do have all the way down here at $54,000. And I remember getting a lot of people talking about the gap the days after creating this gap. And yeah, I mean, look where we at, right? If you like really focusing on the gap needs to be filled, well, you're going to miss out on a lot of major opportunities here throughout this, basically throughout this uptrend that we've been forming. Today in the Legends trading community, yesterday we had some very, very good successful trading setups. Okay. We had a long trade right over here. We had a short trade right over here. This was explained on yesterday's live stream. Some really nice scalps, intraday scalps of a few $100s, level to level trading, relatively good, respected levels, good risk management. We were talking about a bounce on a daily level here, a rejection here based on a swing failure pattern, right? Basically a liquidity grab above these lower highs, getting resistance from previous day value area high. Very, very nice trading day yesterday. And today was not that easy with this uptrend to jump into a long position. I know Devil was talking about the breakout of this trend. So that there was an option of basically a breakout from the trend line here to gain the momentum. There was actually a pretty good long position that happened at 4 o'clock in the morning, at least UAE time, that I did not manage to jump in, which was, it was a pretty good one. Even though you're very close to the lows here, it ended up getting supported very nicely from the value area low of this trading zone. This would have been a great long attempt, for a scalp or even a day trade, even just taking most of the profits here. But we bounced from the value area low of the entire range that we formed throughout the last week. We swing failure patterned from the last higher low here, right? Just a very, very good long position. Matter of fact, we were bouncing from the previous day value area low as well. So previous day value area low, the value area low from the entire range, and swing failure pattern, absolutely beautiful for a very, very good long position here. Just because higher time frame lows, they're great for swing failure patterns, right? And you were getting supported. You were actually maintaining here higher low support structure. So if there was any good long position to be taken early this morning, for me, the easiest one would have been this one right over here. 𝗕𝗏𝘆 talking about the breakout of this downtrend, which is also a successful attempt, and the breakout of the trend is always looking to target the highs. So, you know, this was also an attempt, just an easy, you know, kind of setup. You break out from a major downtrend that you've had. As soon as you break out, stop loss here below the trend line, get in. That was a, you know, I don't usually get into these kind of trading setups. If I would have got into a long position this morning, it would have been this swing failure pattern, if not miss the trade. And overall, looking for a pullback here. Now, what has been disturbing to jump into a long position here on a higher time frame today was actually the pullbacks were extremely shallow, very, very shallow. You want at least, you know, kind of a pullback, getting down to the 382, forming a three-wave structure, forming bullish CVD divergence, you know, looking at point of control, looking at major levels of confluence to get into the long. And I only got into a very aggressive long position all the way up here based on local bullish CVD divergence. But the long setup here was very, very complex. You know, you're just hitting resistance. You would want to see a larger pullback, two levels of confluence, and at least to the 382 Fibonacci. And this has just been absolutely rocketing throughout the day. There was a short trade setup as well that I got out just before I left today, which was, you know, here at the 7.8 Fibonacci, and got out at break even, sharing here with the Legends trading community. Obviously, we need to share our defensive trades or stop losses, okay? And it's very, very important. I can see Aiden here. We were having, you know, looking at the scenario, the consolidation here at the 7.8, but realizing that the consolidation was just too long, right? It was too long, and yeah, basically getting out at break even from that short trade was the best option here. You know, Aiden also was looking at that short position entry, getting stopped out at break even, also getting stopped out at break even here, exactly at that level, which was a pretty okay attempt, just because of the speculation of a three-wave corrective structure here all the way up to the 7.8, right? It's like we've moved down here looking for the three-waver. This could have been a contracting diagonal, okay? It could have been, you know, we did have the scenario here. You know, we had our resistance, we had our risk management. But what happened here is when we are getting into this level of resistance, and we are consolidating here for almost an hour, I already did not like this trade and saying, guys, you know, this should be correcting down already. If it's a strong resistance, obviously getting into a long position here, extremely complex. You know, longs were not an option. Longs getting a larger pullback is an option, but not with these small pullbacks here intraday. So we're hitting the 7.8 Fibonacci, speculating on a three-wave corrective structure here to get a leg down. However, it was just taking too long to actually get the pullback. And when you are consolidating so long here, you know, it could turn out in a bullish flag, right? Bullish pennant. You're just forming higher lows into the resistance. And it's like, guys, you know, if we do not pull back now, I'm getting out of the trade, right? I'm getting out of the trade. And, you know, this is basically what happened. You know, consolidation just was too long to speculate on this being a corrective structure. And this is why, you know, we are defensive traders as well. We need to realize when the market is not in our favor to cut the losses as much as you can, because trading is all about preserving your capital, right? More than making gains, right? Knowing how to get out or realize when you're wrong, right? And just cut as much as you can any type of losses, right? Which is, you know, the problem of most of the people when they begin their trading journey. So yeah, overall realizing that that was not the best short, and getting into long positions here, like I mentioned, was extremely complex, right? Because you did have no big major pullbacks. It was just like, you know, if we get a pretty decent pullback to certain levels of support, right, such as value area high, these highs right over here, form some bullish CVD divergence, and, you know, look for the uptrend to continue. But the pullbacks were just extremely shallow, and the price was just absolutely rocketing in the end. So it was not easy throughout this range to jump into a long position, because you kind of, you know, not getting that corrective structure. So overall, a little bit of a complex day. The best long position, pretty obvious, a swing failure pattern from the lows of yesterday, from the lows of Tuesday, sorry. That would have been the best. Obviously, I was asleep, so did not manage to get into this long position. And this happened relatively early as well this morning at 6 a.m. UAE time approximately, as a breakout strategy, right? As a breakout of the downtrend that we formed throughout the day of yesterday. You know, would have been an acceptable long setup actually, based on the strategy that 𝗕𝗏𝘆𝗽 shares a lot, right? It's absolutely been nailing some altcoin breakouts and making some pretty good gains. Let's go right away, continue here through the comment section, because I did ask for some altcoins. I did ask for some altcoins, guys, meme coins, because I want to add a meme coin to my portfolio. I'm in profit. 𝗖𝗍, absolute legend. Pac-Man, my man, thanks for joining, brother. Aditya, 448 watching. How many likes? I'm not sure how many likes we do have. We do have just under 200 likes, guys. Make sure to destroy the like button right away. Where we currently at right now, Bitcoin getting a bit of dumpy. The main reason why I do think that we're getting to, you know, very close to a local top. You know, I would just have to day trade some shorts if we are going to get, you know, a sign of weakness here throughout the next coming hours, and looking to sweep these lows, depending on where we at tomorrow. You know, would have to look at certain levels of confluence. Obviously, that will be talked about in the Legends trading community, looking for those scalp day trade scenarios, as we do every single day. Yesterday was a very successful trading day, looking at, you know, many of the levels and you know, shorts and longs were playing out very successfully. So we're just gonna have to look for that sign of weakness, right, tomorrow. You know, for me, I would happy to say, you know, if we start pulling back from here, that I missed out on the swing short position. But the main reason why this could top out is because of the timing of the waves. All right, the timing of these waves. You just got above this high, you've claimed the liquidity from this high. If you start dancing around or rejecting, it's going to be looking pretty weak. It could be the top here locally, okay? Overall, I'm extremely bullish for, you know, on a higher time frame. Even though the price does break down, we're going to start seeing the bears coming out here again. But, you know, I would see this as a great opportunity zone, because I will see this as just a very large, you know, corrective structure that is just getting ready for the blast off, right? We got the diamond pattern, right? Which the diamond pattern that we've been talking about throughout the last few months, well, yeah, weeks, even in August, right? Talking about the formation of this diamond pattern that is looking very juicy, of course. And the target zone of this diamond bottom pattern, anybody that is not aware of this diamond pattern, just going to get the pattern here. I'm sure most of you that are legit followers, something that we've been talking about on the higher time frame, right? Higher time frame, always bullish. Getting that pop here to the upside, having the highest volume in the center as well, which is very good for the diamond reversal, and, you know, breaking out pretty successfully throughout the last few days. overall higher time frame, we are hitting that resistance. We are hitting this lower high right over here. Would expect this corrective structure, but even though if the price does get that pullback at some point, even hitting 66 or 67k, you know, I would be really much interested in looking for long positions without a doubt. You know, or even accumulating some more Bitcoin. Not accumulating more Bitcoin. Now, I've got to be honest, I would not buy some more Bitcoin. Me personally, just because I've been buying throughout the last couple of years, I'm happy with my spot bag. But this is going to be a very interesting trading zone if we do move down in a three-wave structure here. But anyway, this is a lot of, you know, very speculative. If that does happen, then we'll analyze the levels of support and the different scenarios on where we could bounce. The price is very much bullish at the moment, and we could definitely go to higher levels. The only level that I do see as resistance to speculate on a swing short position is that naked point of control here. We got a naked point of control sitting at 66,300, 400 range, which would be kind of in confluence with the top of the channel. That is, if we do reach there in, you know, between today and tomorrow. But yeah, price is still very much bullish. So there's you know, not speculating on shorting here at all at the moment till we actually see a sign of weakness. Then I would speculate on intraday shorts tomorrow if we get a big major pullback. So yeah, overall, not much here to say on Bitcoin. We are above the resistance zones, still moving to the upside. Depending on what happens tomorrow, we will analyze the scenario tomorrow on some intraday setups. For the moment, price is bullish, above resistance, not much resistance where we at. So, I mean, if it pulls back from here, it is what it is. I'm not happy to get into a short as we are above these highs at the 7-8, already very choppy, still in very bullish momentum on the lower time frame. So, yeah, overall, it is bullish. Yes, how corrective 63k? How corrective? You know, trying to detect the top right now is extremely complex, right? You know, I had a level. The level was the 7-8. The level did get a reaction. I mean, this was a great scalp day trade short that we had a few hours ago, rejecting from the highs of August. I mean, higher time frame highs is always great, even though if you're fighting the trend to get into a scalp, just get in and get out. Hang on a second. Let's see if this does load. Yeah, there we go. Higher time frame highs or lows, they're always great for a scalp short. Okay, they're always good, even though if you're moving against the trend, you're managing your risk extremely well. So we did get a pretty decent rejection here of $500-600. I did not manage to catch that short because I was out, but I would have had an attempt without a doubt. Would have had an attempt on this short for sure. And this is a winning trade, yes or yes, or a break-even trade, yes or yes. Especially getting this movement down to the levels of resistance. You know, you got a really nice pullback of several $100s. You know, this is like very aggressive, high leverage, get in. You got your stop loss. You're looking at a 2-to-1 risk reward. You're fighting against trend, so you really want to get out relatively quick as you get the rejection. Yeah, but right now, still very much uptrend momentum. You got the resistance flipping into support, finding support right now. We're not having any major bullish CVDs, unfortunately. We're actually getting some bearish CVDs right now. We're getting some people longing. We're actually getting some longs entering the market. You know, this could be if we start forming higher highs on CVD, which we are currently locally, this is obviously is an indication of, you know, the top could be very, very much close, at least to target the lows, right? You are forming here slightly higher highs, lower highs, meaning that those lows are very, very likely to be claimed throughout the next coming minutes. So there is some bearish CVD divergence building up. I'm already at a 40x short, says NKG. Wow, my goodness. I mean, I'm not sure where you shorted, but if you manage to detect the high here, for me it is, you know, it's, I'm very, very technical. For me, if this 7/8 Fibonacci does not take the chance in getting in, I'm not going to randomly attempt a short here or shorting here or shorting a pump. It's just it goes against my, you know, my strategy. It goes against you know, basically how I trade, because I'm very much aware that this could blast through. You know, for me it's extremely hard, you know, running out of levels here. Could you have traded this as a failed auction, as in getting beneath the last lower high? I wouldn't have, me personally, I wouldn't have attempted a short right there as a failed auction, right? Enter short here. I mean, you could have gotten, because remember guys, this is a swing short as well. I mean, you can try and detect these tops or these failed auctions. This would have been a little bit aggressive for me personally. You know, my short was here, got stopped out, and if you are speculating on this short, you know, you need to remember that what you're risking is extremely small compared to what you could potentially gain in the next coming days, because you're at least looking at the sweep of the lows of the last week, right? So the setup here, what you're risking, you're looking at over a 10-to-1 risk to reward. So really you can attempt this 2, 3, 4 times if you wish. Once you actually get the high, you're going to be rewarded your stop loss, you know, by 10, right? So, you know, this is the whole idea, because there is that bunch of liquidity. If you need to remember that this is a swing short trading setup. You know, you got that significant amount of liquidity beneath those lows. It does make sense that the price should top out at some point. But if you got into a good trade, you know, it's always good to manage risk, you know, lower your stop loss, because if you are going to come up to these highs, you're very likely going to take out that high. So, you know, you just want to really lower your risk here. But yeah, if you start breaking down, without a doubt, it's that kind of short trade that lasts a few days. But if it does play out, obviously you're paying off 10 times your stop loss, right? So, you know, if you manage risk accordingly, for me, it was very, very complex. You know, I had one attempt, which was basically the 7/8 Fibonacci reaction area. And yeah, this failed auction from this high was a bit aggressive, in my opinion. You know, shorting right there as you lose the last lower high, the last higher high, sorry. Yeah, it would have been a bit of an aggressive short trade, but you can be really defensive on that right now. For a long setup, you are at support. You are testing this resistance. You are sweeping up this low over here. It is getting a bit of a reaction. For the, you know, this would be a bit aggressive. The main reason why this is not the best looking long position for me at the moment is purely based on the bearish CVD divergence that we are forming here locally. So you are getting some late longs jumping in here on Bybit. You are forming lower highs, which means that you could take out this low over here more locally, right? So this is why it's not looking too attractive based on the CVD. You're getting some late longs entering here. That means you could take out the low. Yeah, but it you know, you did actually You did actually SFP from this low. You're getting supported. I mean, your stop loss would be extremely relatively tight. Not a huge fan of getting in here late into a long, but you would be actually targeting the highs if you were to get into this like intraday, you know, claim the lows, swing failure pattern. You claim some liquidity right over here. You are getting supported from this high. Swept these lows. Well, kind of an acceptable. You can be very, very defensive. I mean, I would be ambitious on this to try and get all the way back up to the highs. It was a small little attempt right there for a scalp long to, you know, basically continue the momentum to the upside, because we overall bullish without a doubt still, right? So, you know, you want to try and detect those scalp longs. The only one that was here available, even though you're having a little bit of bearish CBD divergence, which is obviously not playing in your favor, right? You're getting a bit of retail long positions here at the lows. You're getting lower highs. It's not playing in your favor, the bearish CBDs. But if you wanted to get into the ultimate best level, it would have been the liquidity grab from this higher low right over here, right? Yeah, still, you got those bearish CBDs. This could not play out. You don't want to be the last guy longing, right? As well. Let's go. There are liquidity at 70k. Yeah, we do have a lot of liquidity still up there, guys. When we do take a look at the liquidity heat map on the what is it, 6 months chart. Let's take a look at the 6 month liquidity heat map. Yeah, without a doubt, there is significant liquidity above $70,000. There is a lot of liquidity below 49k, but the market is extremely bullish. We have been consolidating. There's actually more liquidity above us than beneath us. 500 watching, guys, the stream. Make sure to destroy the like button if you enjoy the education, the technical analysis. I want to go through dollar is dumping. That is good. Dollar index is actually looking very bearish. It's looking very bearish. We did give the dollar index a chance to actually get a successful bounce from the lows created here of December of 2023. We did get one small little swing failure pattern, but there's one issue happening here, which is this bearish momentum that we are forming throughout the last several weeks, right? It's even been trading like this for the last few weeks. This is in a huge bearish, wanting to break out those December lows, right? It's kind of a descending triangle pattern, right? Where you get in the selling pressure with lower highs here, testing support, testing support, testing support. This has high probability that it's going to end up breaking down if it hasn't bounced already successfully throughout the last few days, because we're testing those lows here from December. And yeah, there's basically more selling pressure on the dollar index, just wanting to break down from this December low, which is obviously going to be good for Bitcoin. So yeah, when is 𝗬𝗍 live? 𝗬𝗍 went live just before me. He was, oh, there he is. We got 𝗬𝗍 here in the comment section. 𝗬𝗍, my man, shout out to you. Absolutely smashing with the altcoins throughout the last few days. I'm an old fart that basically trades 95% of the time Bitcoin. But 𝗬𝗍 has been crushing some altcoins, some great breakouts, and taking advantage of these pumps that we've been having on the altcoins. So shout out to you, 𝗬𝗍. 𝗬𝗍 is a coach in the Legends trading community. It has been providing, you know, it provides every single day scenarios on Bitcoin, and also the last few days some great scenarios on altcoins, guys. And if you want to join, you know where to find us. It is the first link that will take you to the website. You got the free Discord as well, which is very active throughout the last few weeks, guys. Any questions, if you're into trading, sharing charts, be with like-minded people. It's always great to be in the Discord as well, okay? You got the first link down below that will get you access to the Discord, just to be surrounded, guys, with the trading community. that's what you want to do, right? Be surrounded with a trading community and have different ideas and setups and education. Andy, can you check Umbrella? I bought €1,000, says Stefan. Andy, yeah, let's take a look at Umbrella. I'm very bullish on this. The small cap coins that look like they're dead, they are going to be the last ones to pump to recover, guys. The low cap coins, the ones that make 30, 40, 50x, right, are going to be the last ones. They are always the last ones to pump, guys. The very low cap coins, the ones that you think, oh, I invested in this, every other thing is pumping, right? The high caps are pumping. My small little altcoin bags, you know, that have very low market capitalization, they are not pumping. Why? Well, let me tell you that they will end up pumping. They will end up pumping very hard, but it's not the time, right? You just need to realize how the cryptocurrency market works when you're getting into these bullish, you know, market seasons, right? The bull market. Bitcoin being the leader, obviously. Bitcoin is, you know, in a bull run. You'll be getting Bitcoin smashing through all-time high at some point in the next coming months. And you're going to have a lot of altcoins that are lagging behind. It's like, what's happening with altcoins? Altcoins are dead. You got the Bitcoin dominance as well. That is a great indication, right? And I'll take a look at the umbrella right away, guys. But yeah, I'm very excited, guys. I'm loaded with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins as well. I'm loaded. I'm ready for what could ever happen, right? Even though if we do get into a bear market extension for the next 6, 12, 18 months, I would just have to hold on onto those bags. But I've been buying up at very low levels, such as Umbrella, right? It's like there's not much room to dump to lower levels on certain altcoins. And we'll be talking about Umbrella right away. But this is the absolute great chart to take a look at. The Bitcoin dominance, which it will get at some point, especially when it breaks all-time high, a kind of blow off top. The Bitcoin dominance needs to get a rally of a few of percentage, which is going to indicate, guys, it's the last rally on the Bitcoin dominance. That is when you need to load up your bags before the Bitcoin dominance gets into a big downtrend that's going to happen at some point in the next coming months, bringing you that epic altcoin season, just like the one we had here in early 2021. Yeah, it was more like April-ish was the month where we actually got a massive altcoin season, March, April. And this is where Bitcoin was already topping out in 2021. In April, when all of the altcoins, most of them were absolutely rocketing, and you were seeing 10x's, 20x's in a matter of a couple of weeks. It was like really crazy. This was a great moment to live, making money, making massive gains on your finally, right? Because I've been investing in crypto since 2018, and it's a big pain. It's a hassle. You're buying the dip and it keeps dipping. You're in the red, and it's awful. It's awful. It's a you know, especially it was my first cycle to be in. And I was buying and in the red and buying, and then C19 came, the massive crash, recession, blah blah, all the what happens in a normal cycle. And then early 2021 came, right? Late 2020, where things were recovering on altcoins, and Q1 of 2021 was like we made it. We finally made it. And this is going to repeat, guys. It is going to repeat. The question is when exactly, right? It's overall going to happen. And what I would expect here with the Bitcoin dominance is a blow off top kind of scenario, right? Where we're after breaking all-time high is when we need to change our focus from Bitcoin, whether it goes to 80K or 100K or 150K, it doesn't matter. Once it gets to above all-time high, we're going to start seeing a shift of the liquidity start pouring into altcoins. And yeah, it might take a few days. Bitcoin dominance might get a bit punchy. It might go to 60%, 62% dominance, right? Going extensive here. But that will be kind of the last rally of the Bitcoin dominance before it breaks out from the channel and gets into that epic waterfall where a lot of the liquidity from a lot of the capital from Bitcoin does start flowing into the altcoins, right? And obviously you got Ethereum, you got the large cap coins, right, which is usual that happens. You got Avalanche, you got, you know, all of the higher cap coins that usually get these pumps. They pump 20%, 30%, 40%. And you got a lot of altcoins, small cap coins that are not doing absolutely anything. You're like, did I buy the wrong altcoin? That is the question that you make yourself, right? Is it because I bought the wrong altcoin? I was just, you know, getting into low cap coins and I was, you know, hoping that, you know, my altcoins were going to do 100x. They do end up doing very, very big percentage gains, but it's all about being patient and letting the market go through the different cycles, right? Inside of crypto. First, it's Bitcoin that needs to break all-time high, and you'll have a lot of altcoins that are not, you know, making big moves. Then you need to, you know, wait for, you know, in this case, Ethereum, Solana, right? One of the top L1s. We could get, you know, I don't think there's going to be another L1 that replaces Ethereum. Ethereum will have its moment of eventually, but then it's large cap coins, mid cap coins, and then, you know, low cap coins that go absolutely bananas. So it's going to happen. It's all about being patient. It's all about, you know, accumulating the good projects. And yeah, I do believe in umbrella. Sorry about this. I'm taking here a long time to actually go to the point on an altcoin here, which is umbrella, which I do have a significant stack. Let me see if we do manage to get umbrella here on the chart, because when you take a look at the chart, it looks like it is dead. It is a dead coin. But the team is extremely active, great partnerships. It got a bit of something today. When you take a look at this chart, you think, oh my goodness, you know, this is just another dying coin, which all of the pumps end up in a massive dump. This is the kind of altcoin that could do that 20-30x. And obviously you don't need to go all in, but I have a, you know, I think it's about 3% of my entire altcoin portfolio. I do have a pretty significant amount of umbrella. And when you see this chart, you realize where you need to buy, right? You realize if you are going to take a shot on this for the altcoin season that will happen, if you want to buy, you don't want to buy when it's hyping up and it's breaking out already, right? You don't want to FOMO in, especially on this first early stage, which I was very much against buying altcoins at this stage. And this was thanks to the chain link analysis. I'm saying, guys, this is going to get a horrendous pullback. There's no major alt season that's going to happen. That is, you know, we're very, very early in the cycle. And this is very, very extremely important to understand that you are going to get a decent pullback, okay, at some point when we are rallying in February, March. It's too early. We are not going to see altcoins doing these 40, 50, 60, 100x. It's not going to happen just yet. The timing is extremely early. We are looking at entering into 2025 when the party is going to start, right? Maybe late 2024, maybe Q1 or Q2 of 2025, right? In this range is where we should be starting to see fireworks, which I think obviously entering into Q4 of this year is already where you need to be positioned already, right? Because then we could start seeing some things pop to the upside very, very nicely. And when you take a look at Umbrella, which is a great Oracle project, they got an insane active team, great partnerships, an insane roadmap for not only 2024, 2025, all the different ideas they have as an Oracle. I think this is the zone that if you want to buy and speculate on something, the downside is not too far off. We hit rock bottom levels here back in 2022, also in 2023, and right now in 2024. And for me, this is kind of the last chance before you actually get out of this area, right? This is going to leave this area, right? The bear market for this was brutal. This was brutal, but the team is active, in development, and I strongly believe that this is one of those coins that could bring, I would be happy with a 10x, right? But I know it could do very much more than a 10x. And where you want to buy is at these rock bottom levels. You have been proven that this zone has been a great buying zone for Umbrella because you've just found a large consolidation where there's no selling pressure. This indication is selling pressure is gone. There's nada here of selling pressure. Selling pressure comes in when the price is very pumpy and very greedy, right? That's when you get the selling pressure. But right over here, this is rock bottom levels. You're coming from a major downtrend and you're bottoming out. You pump, downtrend again, you bottom out sideways for several weeks, even if not months. Same scenario right over here. Big, massive, aggressive pump. And this is actually doing a 5-6x. This is already a 5-6x here that we've had on Umbrella, basically in Q1 of this year. Going from the lows all the way to the highs, almost doing a 10x if you exactly bought the low. Well, this is why this area is, oh my goodness, guys. This is like, if you don't buy here, no financial advice. I've been buying through, I bought Umbrella even at 2 cents. All of that bag is incredibly in the red. But I've been buying more throughout where I need to buy. This is where I got aggressive and I started, getting in pretty aggressively here, especially throughout the last few weeks, putting significant amount of capital to say, look, I realize that this could be the last opportunity that we do have. And I don't want to FOMO in to any pumps here. Just want to really buy in at rock bottom levels. So yeah, Umbrella, absolutely great. We did get a little bit of movement today, but yeah, nothing much. It's a very, very low cap crypto, so it gets smacked back down here with the pumps, still downtrending, but really bottoming out. You can see that the bottom formation is cooking here. You're cooking the bottom formation to finally get that rocket move at some point in the next coming months, if not weeks. So yeah, just a little bit of a higher time frame. I think it's an excellent project, very active, great partnerships. It's tokenomics are good. They're actually better than Chainlink's tokenomics. So you need to give it a shot, without a doubt. Big dump is coming soon for Bitcoin. Yeah, I also believe that it is inevitable that we should be getting a corrective move for Bitcoin at some point. Okay, nothing to be worried about. But yeah, without a doubt, I do believe that Bitcoin should be getting a higher time frame pullback. We've tested the highs of higher time frame. The timing of this momentum, has to end up soon. At least to sweep up these lows. I do strongly believe that we are likely going to get a pullback in the next coming days at some point. Whether it gets to 66 or 67k, that pullback, we're just very, very close to a decent pullback of a few $1,000s. If Altcoin can be up 1,200%, Umbrella should get a pump as well. Is there actually a meme coin that's called Fart? I'm very sure there is, right? Fart coin. Yeah. This one. Wow. Wow, this is insane. But it's pretty flat throughout the last few months, huh? This one just got a major big pump in Q1 of 2020 of this year. Fart coin. What do you know? What do you know? Legends, remember that we do have, okay? We do have the World Series of Trading that is starting. Legends, remember that there we go. We do have, okay. Let me just pause that here 1 second. The World Series of Trading, guys, it is happening. That is in October. The registration starts from the 1st of October. I want to gather a team, and I want you to be part of my team. This is on Bybit, of course, and you do get the best bonus available with the link down below in the description. But just to be ready to join the team, there is a $10 million prize pool that will be distributed throughout the top 10 teams. We were ranked most of the competition, not only last year, but also the previous year, in top 10 position. Okay, here we were in ranked 8. This was last year. We even got to rank 4. We were really doing extremely well. We did get kicked down to the top 20. Okay, yeah, we did extremely well, and let's see if we can do very well this year. And I want you in my team, guys, so be ready. That is going to be in October, and let's absolutely smash it this year. We did really well last year. Let's try and do even better and maintain ourselves in the top 10. You got some crazy Koreans that whales that are actually usually in the top in the top 3. They'll be joining for sure this year, the World Series of Trading. But yeah, we're definitely going to do very, very well. Be ranked top 10 most of the competition, and let's try and maintain the top 10. I mean, we're going to fight for the first position, right? But there is some very big competition out there without a doubt. Let's dump, says Mod, getting a little bit of dumpy action. Yeah, not the best zone. Not the best. Yeah, we claimed that low based on bearish CVD divergence. Very aggressive long scalp. This is still relatively corrective. Yeah, those bearish CVD divergence played out in the end. This is why, very, very, very crucial to pay attention to the CVDs, right? If you're getting, some late long entries here, they're just going to get squeezed out, come back down to the lows. It's kind of late to get into longs, guys, but you need to be very, very selective. I mean, this is relatively corrective. This is relatively corrective. You just have to wait for the low to be swept and, speculate on a long position here, managing risk very, very well. But yeah, really not that interested. We've got the momentum up. I am looking for a higher time frame corrective move. I'm going to wait to see where we are trading tomorrow. And depending on where we're trading tomorrow, the range, we'll be analyzing, of course, in the trading community, some different scenarios and setups as we do every single day. Check Blub. Blub meme coin from 𝗖𝗍𝗍 ecosystem. Blub coin. I want to add a meme coin. Let's take a look at Blub. All right, I like it. It's a fish. That'll do. It's in the 𝗖𝗍 ecosystem. I'll take a look at this one. Blub powered by 𝗖𝗍. A dirty fish in the waters of the 𝗖𝗍 Ocean. Okay. What market cap is this? It's 40 million. Okay. There's only just a few. Wow, this one's just absolutely rocketed already. I should have got into this a few months ago. Well, not a few months ago, sorry. This has been launched in August. Wow, this one's already gone up quite a lot. This has already gone up significantly. Yeah, I mean, look at this. What's this one done? This is at least done a 10x from the start. Yeah, I'm not... These ones, they're already pumped so much. Could it be the meme coin that goes to 1 billion, right? There's only just a few meme coins that go to 1 billion, right? To a few billion, right? Which is Shiba Inu, Pepe, Doge, right? The big ones. Will this one manage? Is this the first meme coin on 𝗖𝗍? Let me know right away. but this one's pumped already too much. It's still okay, as in market cap. If it, I would say that a meme coin target is getting to the billion, right? Once it crosses the billion, you want to start taking most of the profits, which, I basically did with Pepe. I missed out on some more gains on Pepe, I have to be honest. But I was already happy. I made a 20x on Pepe because I literally bought it at rock bottom levels. Basically when it launched. I bought when it launched. So I literally bought the low on Pepe back in April of 2023. I do have that live stream. I'm saying, I'm going to end up the live stream, going to buy $1,000 worth of Pepe. And it was literally at the bottom, basically when it launched. And just sold all of it. Because, made a significant gains. And this one got to, this has been going to what? I'm not sure what is the market cap peak here on Pepe. And this browser's driving me nuts. Yeah, but at least it must have been about 6 billion maybe of market capitalization at the highs. 6 billion. I mean, it's extremely rare. I mean, you might get those meme coins. Will Blob be the one that actually... is it Blob or Blub? What is it? I forgot the name already. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I think 𝗖𝗍 is a great ecosystem. It's doing very, very well. 𝗖𝗍 has been doing... I know that 𝗕𝗏𝘆 has some 𝗖𝗍. I didn't buy 𝗖𝗍, but it's doing incredibly well throughout the last few weeks. It's done over 100% pump in just a couple of weeks. And it seems like the ecosystem is on fire right now. You're going to start seeing, a lot of meme coins being launched as well. And this one's already rallied a lot. This has done a 10x already since its launch in August. Looks like this train is never going to stop, but you know the deal. I do not want to buy anything that's, looking like this. Yeah, you're riding the momentum. You're very likely going to do a 2x or a 3x more with a high probability. It's just, I don't want to buy it. 𝗬𝗍𝗃 is waiting for you, Andy. Mr. Bullseye, my man, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. 𝗬𝗃. I definitely want to buy, I want to add a meme coin, guys, but preferably it's not one that's already pumped so much. 𝗖𝗍 ecosystem, we're going to get some meme coins that are going to explode without a doubt. But 𝗬𝗍𝗃. 𝗬𝗍𝗃. This one's pumping already quite nicely. This is on Solana. Maybe. I'm going to take a look at a couple of these ones. Market cap 57 million. All right, it's still okay. We know the target zone for me, a hyped meme coin is to reach the billion. Will this be the next one? Yeah, I don't know. It's very hard on getting onto the correct meme coin. Waffles is the only meme you need. Waffles is 𝗬𝗏𝘅's cat, right? I remember 𝗬𝗏𝘅 talking about this in a group that I'm in. And yeah, Waffles, I think it could do very good just because 𝗬𝗏𝘅 is the Bitcoin legend, and Waffles is the meme coin that is named after his cat. And he has a very, very big community and a big audience. It does look very attractive. It's 13 million market cap. I like it. He will do anything to not get this token destroyed. I know 𝗬𝗏𝘅, and he's definitely not going to dump on the community. I can tell you that. I like the price formation on Waffles, to be honest. This might be one that I would add actually to my to the altcoin portfolio, right? Just play money basically. But yeah, he's gonna do whatever it takes to make this succeed without a doubt in the altcoin meme coin season, right? So it's maybe definitely one that I would consider adding. UFC fighter champ is ambassador. Okay, cool. Is that for 𝗬𝗫𝗂𝗿? Okay, that's for 𝗬𝗫𝗂𝗿. I'll take a look at this. Meme coins, guys, you know, it's really big speculation, okay? It is massive speculation, you know, only put play money. I put play money into Pepe. I put $1,000 and I should have put much more, right? But Pepe was very attractive. Pepe is a classic meme. And I thought, really? There's no meme on Pepe? This is the first one? Then this has to do well, right? If it's a classic meme, it does well. And Pepe was a classic meme. And this is why I actually jumped into Pepe, because I thought, you know, this is a very good meme and it's created a cryptocurrency. It has to do well. And then you got all of the different wannabes, right? Pepe coin, Pepe fork, Pepe 2.0, based Pepe, Pepe on Sol. Then you got all of the wannabes, obviously, coming after the original Pepe. Which are obviously some pump, some don't, some are garbage, some are scams, right? Andy, now that I think about it, I believe I bought Pepe when you mentioned it back in 2023, and I had absolutely no regrets. Thank you mentioning it on Spot On as usual, says Ricky. Absolutely. I mean, we could actually dive in here and look for where I bought Pepe. I mean, yeah, I'll get it up for a live stream just for the laugh, guys. But it was I have it on a thumbnail. And it was literally when it just launched. There it is. There's Pepe. Over 1 year ago. This is basically May. Well, this was in May. I have to have a live stream. May of 2023. I have to have a live stream. Pepe GBT. Then you're already getting all of the different wannabes here. Wojak was a good meme coin that did very, very well. But we did a live stream going throughout some different meme coins. And yeah, I bought $1,000 worth of Pepe back then. But anyway, yeah, basically, yeah, Pepe was you know, did extremely well. Yeah, I'm not sure which one it is here, but it was in April, one of these live streams. It was I have to say, it was the best return on investment from this year. It was the best return on investment that I had this year, throughout last year and this year, without a doubt. Pepe has been the best risk to reward. Obviously, I didn't put too much in, but it has been the best performer altcoin that I've had throughout the last 2 years. That is for sure. That is no doubt about it. Andy, check 𝗬𝗫𝗄𝗿 on base. Shall we take a look at 𝗬𝗫𝗄𝗿 right away? Did you remember to smash up the like button, guys, on your way in or on your way out? Share some love. Let's take a look at 𝗬𝗫𝗄𝗿. Yeah, this is getting silly, guys. Now this live stream is getting silly with meme coins. But Mr. 𝗬𝗫𝗄𝗿 or Mrs. 𝗬𝗫𝗄𝗿, which one is it? I assume it would be the first one, Mr. 𝗬𝗬𝗄𝗿. This is on the base blockchain. We'll take a look at this. This is still, I think, base ecosystem has still a lot of room to grow, just like 𝗖𝗍. 33 million is quite attractive. I like the formation of this. This is already up 20% today. we're missing out, guys. Missing out on the bottom formations here. This is already rallying throughout the last few days. Up 20%. I'm gonna take a look at this. I will take a look at it. My goodness. I mean, meme coins they're just silly, right? It is silly. I'm not sure who this cat is, you know, who does it belong? Is it the CEO of Coinbase or... But we'll take a look at it. I'm not going to get too distracted. There's so many meme coins, guys. I'm just, you know, maybe one of them I'll put a bit of play money. This one's already pumped too much for me, but want to add one meme coin. Andy, do you know any good prop firm for crypto? Yes, sir, I do. You know, I'm actually funded on a couple of prop firms. One of them being Crypto Fund Trader. Crypto Fund Trader. Crypto Fund Trader is good. 𝗖𝗿 is good. 𝗖𝗿 is legit and is good. Crypto Fund Trader is good and it is legit as well. Got a few payouts from that funded prop firm. Crypto Fund Trader is a legit one. It's actually a Spanish prop firm. I've received several payouts throughout the last few months from that prop firm. So it is a legit one. Crypto Fund Trader is a good one. It's prop firms, you know the deal. They're there till they're not, right? They are there till they're not. So, but yeah, for the moment, Crypto Fund Trader has been active for over a year now, and it's a Spanish company, and 𝗖𝗿 Crypto Fund Trader. There's obviously the which is this other one. What this other one as well? FTMO is like the OG on prop firms. I think it's been active for many years now. FTMO is a good one. But the one that I've got funded and I have experience and they do pay is 𝗖𝗿 and Crypto Fund Trader. Okay, so they're the ones that I can tell you and I can prove to you. I can share screenshots from payouts. FTMO is banned in India, I think. Yeah, well, legit ones is 𝗖𝗿 and Crypto Fund Trader. That's the one that I can prove to you that they do pay out and they are legit. This can blow up. 𝗤𝗄𝗄, Bendog. This can be huge. Which one? 𝗤𝗄𝗄. Is that Japanese dessert? Let's take a look at 𝗤𝗄𝗄. It's a cat. 12 million. I like this chart. I like this chart. You got the hype pump, the sell-off, and the bottom formation. This is actually on base as well. I'm actually interested in meme coins that are in these other ecosystems, these newer ecosystems such as base, 𝗖𝗿. I would be actually more interested in a meme coin that is on one of these ecosystems. I'll take a look at 𝗤𝗄𝗄. This is becoming silly just because I think it's the moment, guys. It is the moment. You know, we're coming from a very bearish downtrend throughout the last few months, and a lot of them are bottoming out. A lot of them are forming bottom formations. So it is time to, before it's late, to load up the bag, right? Check 𝗬𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗫. I know there's 𝗬𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗫 that did very well. This one absolutely exploded last year. 𝗬𝗿𝗆𝗽. I missed out completely on this one. But you can't have all of the meme coins, right? 𝗬𝗿𝗆𝗽. This is kind of bottoming out as well. It's doing pretty good throughout the last few days. Yeah, meme coins are popping, guys. Meme coins are popping nicely throughout the last week. I think it would be, find ones that haven't quite popped out yet, because you probably can make some pretty nice gains in the next coming weeks. But yeah, which one did you say? 𝗬𝗿𝗆𝗽 did very well. 𝗬𝗿𝗆𝗽𝗽. We got a wannabe here. 𝗬𝗿𝗆𝗽 coin. 2 million. 2.9 million market cap. This could be something. I like this chart. It looks dead, but it did get a little hype pump. It is pumping a little bit throughout today, 9%. On Solana blockchain, I don't know. The thing is, there's so many scams on the Solana blockchain. Meme coins and all sorts of cryptocurrency. We've seen so many throughout the last year. It's insane. So, yeah, I'm not sure about... You'd have to do a little bit of research in tokenomics. Who's the team? What the heck's going on with this one? But I like the chart. Not going to lie. Chart looks pretty good. Looks like it's dead. But, you know, these are the kind of moments that when something looks dead, once you get a hype on memes, you're going to start getting them rocketing, right? Andy on base. Yes. I actually, you know, this would be one that I would actually buy just because it's my name. Andy on base. There was another Andy that absolutely, you know, Andy on ETH, I think, the classic Andy. There's several Andys here, but I think the Andy on ETH is the one that did very well. This one's been popping out throughout the last week. It's up over 100%. Andy on Ethereum. And this one did extremely well throughout when it launched. I think it did over a 20-30x from the launch. Yeah, Andy on base. I've heard about this one already. Andy on blast. There's several Andys here. This one, yeah, I'm not too sure about this one. A blast ecosystem, yeah, I'm not too sure about that. Andy on base. I'll take a look at this one. Maybe add a little bit of play money. But yeah, I think the original one is the Andy on Ethereum, right? And this is the thing. When you start getting like Pepe 2.0, Pepe this, Pepe that, they usually die off, okay? So I'm not, you know, there is... FTMO is not available. Do you have any more I could look into? Crypto Fund Trader and E8 are the ones that I can, you know, the only ones that I've got funded. So I can't give you any more. I know FTM is legit because I have friends that are funded on FTMO, but I haven't even tested FTMO. I just know it because of the name. But E8 and Crypto Fund Trader, you don't need, how many do you want? How many prop firms do you want? With E8 or Crypto Fund Trader, they are legit ones for the moment. It's more than enough. Yeah, it's the ones that I know anyway. All these memes pumping and people being extremely positive and happy seems like a local top is close. We haven't got extremely aggressive pumps on meme coins. If we haven't had very aggressive blast off, okay? Nothing compared to what happened in February and March, right? I think we're very, very far away and seeing a very hyped. You know, if we take a look at Pepe or any other meme coins, the pumps that are happening, they're very, very small yet, right? When this meme coin, when we get these kind of pumps, is when you need to be a little bit concerned, right? So obviously Pepe, if it does manage to reach its high, which it's already a high cap coin, okay? It's going to be very, very hard. You need a lot of liquidity. You need billions of dollars to break here through that, the high, and a lot of FOMO. It's probably going to be a little bit smaller, right? More smaller pumps building up to the highs. But when you see the, you know, if you were to see this is the moment that I would be starting to get worried, guys. When, you know, a meme coin is already rocketing and actually doing 5-10x, that is when you would be worried. But these small little pumps, yeah, this is like early stages. Even though I do think that Bitcoin should be correcting down in the next coming days, which is going to affect the altcoin bags. It's going to affect the altcoin market. So without a doubt, a little bit more sideways momentum and a pullback is very, very likely. Legends, it's extremely late. Sorry for this live stream. Gone throughout a little bit of meme coins, just playing around, to be honest. There is a little bit of news that I want to talk about, guys, just here throughout the end of the stream. We do have PayPal that launches Bitcoin and crypto for business accounts. Absolutely massive. More accessibility here with Bitcoin on businesses with PayPal. We got BlackRock ETF hits largest single day Bitcoin inflow this month, 184 million. This happened yesterday. Inflows have been going really nice throughout the last week. Okay, ETF inflows, obviously, we know when Bitcoin's pumping, we got the inflows, inflow FOMO of Bitcoin ETF. Small Bitcoin holders continue to sell to ETFs and MSTR. We have wallets with less than 100 Bitcoin, basically smaller fish, and less than 10 Bitcoin and less than 1 Bitcoin. They've actually been selling, guys. Smaller fish, retail, have been actually selling throughout the last few weeks. And wallets with over 100 Bitcoin has been increasing. So, yeah, that's definitely alarming. Smaller fish have been selling, larger fish, right? Sharks, whales have been accumulating. Financial institutions are experimenting with Bitcoin-backed lending. Absolutely massive. Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. This just massive adoption without a doubt happening. Higher time frame is always bullish. All of this news is incredibly bullish on a higher time frame. It's just inevitable that Bitcoin is going to be a big thing, right? It is a big thing already. We have the money printer going on in China. China considers $142 billion capital injection into big banks. We are in a liquidity cycle. So we are starting to see interest rates going down aggressively. Money printer going on. China, we got a big sign here of China. And we do have our liquidity cheat sheet, the cheat sheet cycle, okay? Where we're entering a liquidity cycle right now, and we've already entered, and we are going to see lots of liquidity entering into the market, right? Into the economy, which is going to help pump our altcoin bags in the next coming months. So overall, everything on higher time frames still looks on track unless we get hit with a depression, recession confirmed, right? We don't know when it's going to happen, if it's going to happen. Some people say we're already in a recession. Some people say that we're going to kick the can down the road a few more years, and it might happen in 2026 or 2027 where we get the proper big recession. We don't really know, guys. This is like really unpredictable to time when that is going to happen. So we're just going to have to go with the general 4-year cycle market liquidity cycle, bring it on, right? So we're just going to have to go with the momentum, and the momentum that we do have with data is actually bullish on higher time frame. Donald Trump, 50-50, guys. Is he going to win the election? I want him to win. Let me know. Do you want him to win? E8, not allowed trading crypto prop futures spot. Yes, it does allow to trade crypto on E8 for sure. I can tell you already. What can you say about Celestia? Price prediction above $20. Shall we take a look at Celestia? Let's take a look at TIA, US dollar. Ooh, I know this one. I've seen many people talk about this. I've done no research whatsoever on Celestia, but claiming its previous all-time high, 100% yes. Back to $20, absolutely. You know, as this one hasn't gone through a previous cycle, if I'm not mistaken, as this one hasn't gone through a previous cycle, I would really say that it's going to break its all-time high. So yeah, I would say that 𝗖𝗿𝘃 has a high chance in hitting all-time high, just because it has been launched in this cycle, not in the previous cycle. If we would have had a cycle top here somewhere, then I would be a little bit skeptical on, will it hit its previous all-time high. A lot of the altcoins that were here last cycle did not hit the previous all-time high. So yeah, Andy, go Trump. Brian, let's go with Trump. Trump for prison 2024, says Anup. Why don't you like him? So we want Donnie. Legends, breakout prop. Thank you very much for joining today's live stream. Remember, get ready for the World Series of Trading. That is starting in October. Registration is starting in October. If you can join, that'll be epic. You do get the best bonus available down below in the description, okay? On the Bybit, you get that airdrop. Actually, there is an airdrop of $500 to claim on Bybit, all right, as you sign up. If you cannot trade on Bybit, you got the 10% cash back on bluffing. I think that is still going on. It's a no KYC platform that is available in India and everywhere, if I'm not mistaken, trading on bluffing, and you do get 10% cash back from your initial deposit signing up with a link down below. I think that is still active. I think they have extended this a few more days, so you can get that 10% cash back. Legends, thank you very much. Let's see what happens with Bitcoin. Are we going to reject? Will we continue higher? A new range will be formed, and I'll be updating you tomorrow. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.